Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of You Read, I React. On today's episode, we have A Song of Achilles, written by Madeline Miller, published by EcoPress on September 3rd, 2011. This was an alright read for me, giving it about a 6.5 out of 10, points being deducted because of its slow build-up and simplified characters. A very short summary that, in my opinion, best explains the read would be that this is a retelling of the bond between Achilles and Patroclus set in the world of Greek mythology. Patroclus, an exiled prince, finds himself drawn to Achilles, the son of a goddess who is destined for greatness. As they grow up together, their friendship is turned into a deep romantic love. The two are inseparable, but their lives are shaped by the tragic fate of Achilles in the Trojan War. While Achilles is driven by his pursuit of greatness, Patroclus struggles with protecting himself from the pain and loss that comes with that destiny. It's a story of love, sacrifice, and the cost of heroism wrapped in beauty and heartbreak. A lens that I thought best suited my novel, and the lens that I will be doing my lens analysis with my novel today, is a Marcus lens. For those who don't already know, a Marcus lens involves aspects such as class, power, labor, and economic statues in society. But how does this all connect to my novel? At heart, A Song of Achilles is a love story, but it plays out against a world obsessed with power, legacy, and status. Through a Marcus lens, the book quietly but powerfully decides who matters, who gets remembered, and who gets left behind. Achilles is born into privilege. He's a prince, the son of a goddess, basically destined for greatness from the start. People worship him not just for who he is, but for what he represents. He represents strength, beauty, and heroism. He's part of the elite. And the world bends around him. Patroclus, on the other hand, is the opposite. He is exiled, unwanted, and basically forgotten. No one expects anything from him. He's only really visible to others because of Achilles. That dynamic of only being seen through someone else's power is something a Marxist lens pays close attention to. Patroclus isn't valued as a person in society's eyes, but his worth is always relational. But Achilles sees him not as a servant, not as a tool, and not as someone beneath him, but as an equal. That love becomes quietly revolutionary in a world that ranks everyone by bloodline, war, glory, or usefulness. Trojan War begins. You really feel how the individual disappears in face of something larger, more mechanical. People are dying by the hundreds, but the story only slows down and highlights the deaths of kings, heroes, or nobility. Ordinary soldiers are just gone, and no one remembers them. That's a Marcus point right there. The system only values those at the top, and everyone else is just fuel. Even Achilles, when he refuses to fight after Agamemnon steals Briseis, he isn't just throwing a tantrum. You could say he's revolting against being treated like a weapon, a tool for someone else's ambition. It's about dignity and refusing to play a role just because the system expects you to. Patroclus and Achilles' relationship doesn't serve the empire, the gods, or the war. It doesn't produce hires to help Achilles' legend. In many ways, it exists in defiance of everything around them. It's personal, soft, vulnerable, and deeply human. And in a society where everything is about power and legacy, their love feels like the one thing that doesn't fit. A Marxist reading may suggest that their love is an act of rebellion against a world that only values strength, conquest, and reputation. Even after death, power tries to erase Patroclus. Thetis wants Achilles to be remembered as a godlike warrior, not a man who loved another man. She wants to protect the image, the legacy, because that's what elite systems care about, not truth, not tenderness, not the people left in the shadows. But Patroclus does get remembered. He tells the story, and in doing so, he claims a space in a history that tried to write him out. It's a quiet, beautiful kind of justice. Through a Marcus lens, the Song of Achilles reminds us that in a world built on hierarchy and power, the most radical thing that you can do is love someone fully, and to see their humanity when no one else does. The quote, "You have to accept whatever comes, and the only important thing is that you meet it with courage and with the best you have to give," speaks to the essence of facing life's challenges with integrity and resilience. Song of Achilles, this idea reflects Patroclus' quiet strength as he accepts his position in a world that often disregards him. Being from a lesser background, he gives his all to his love for Achilles, showing that true courage isn't about fighting fate, but about meeting it with your heart and best effort. Achilles too struggles with the pressure to embrace a godlike body, but the real struggle lies in how he embraces his humanity. Both characters teach us in a world of rigid power structures and expectations, it's how we react to the things we can't control that defines us. Their courage is a rebellion against being erased by history, choosing love and truth over glory. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of You Read, I React, and we'll catch you on the next episode. See you later.